Hello, and this is a video on how to create scenery for your game. And to give you an idea of what I'm talking about, here's a little sample of what we're going to make today. These orange little mountain things. Alright, so we'll go ahead and start by going to Blender, type in Blender in your bar, hit download here, and you can do download 2.92. I'm using 2.83, but it'll still be the same. So once you download that, you can go ahead and open Blender. Okay, you can just keep the cube here, hit M on your keyboard to open up the transform menu. So now we'll go with 20 on the X, 20 on the Y, and we'll keep the Z at 1. Okay, so what we want to do is use this sculpt tool to kind of model our terrain, but if you notice, whenever you click, nothing happens, and this is because if we go to wireframe mode here, it's all just one little plane. You know, there's all the vertices are on the outside, and we need them on the inside. So what we can do is go into edit mode, left click on your cube, and click subdivide. You're going to do that a few times until it looks something like that. And now you have a bunch of vertices for the sculpt tool to grab onto and mold. Okay, so we'll go into sculpt mode, and you just kind of go back and forth holding the mouse button down and just kind of sculpt your terrain however you want, whatever you see fit for your game. Alright, that should be good. So already, if you zoom in, you could use this, you know, just as like a little grassy area with rocks or boulders to walk through. This is all just background scenery. But another cool little trick you can do is in the transform menu, change the Z value to say 5, and then it becomes larger and taller. And these are more like big boulders type things. If you had like an airplane game, you could use those as obstacles to fly through, you know. Then if you hit 10 here on the scale and the Z value, they turn into big old mountains, which is what I'm going to be using for my scene that I'm making and that I showed you in the beginning of the video. And right now everything's really low poly. You can see every vertex and every face. So if you wanted to make it smoother, you can hit this little wrench icon, modifier properties, add modifier, go to subdivision surface. And already once you click it, it's already much smoother, but if you want to make it even more smooth, go to levels viewport and just increment that however many times you like. And that's pretty smooth. That'll work for what we're doing here today. And but yeah, it's all up to you, whatever the art style of your game is. But now we have this big old box that we need to get rid of. So we'll go ahead and go to edit mode and hold Z on your keyboard and go over to wireframe. And what we want to do is use the loop cut tool, and we'll click a place up towards the top where we can cut these vertices. You just click, and if you're in wireframe mode, it'll go all the way around the perimeter of your object, which is what you want. And then you can go to the selection box here and just make a box at that line just to select all these vertices. So all these vertices are selected, and you're going to want to right click and delete vertices. And now you look at just this plane with mountains on it. Okay, looking good. Go back to solid view in object mode. Okay, so that's pretty much what we want. So now we're going to export it because we're going to bring it into Unity to show it off. First thing you want to do before you export is to delete the camera that it comes with and delete the light that it comes with, because we're not going to need that and it'll just mess up your scene in Unity. So just delete those items. Okay, now we're done with that. We'll go to File, Export, and then export as an FBX, because Unity likes FBX files. Okay, so we'll name it, since we already have scary mountains, we'll go spooky mountains.fbx. Save that to your desired folder. I'm doing documents, just so I know where it is. Okay, we can go ahead and close Blender. And now we'll open Unity. So this is the scene that I already had made. And just to show you how to import the FBX file that we just saved, I'm just going to go ahead and delete the mountains here. Okay, so we'll go to, this is where I have my thing, so I'm just going to import new asset and find our FBX file, which was Spooky Mountains. Wait for that to import. Okay, we'll go ahead and drag that onto the scene. Alright. Get that underwater. Adjust it to where the boat is, just so you can see it. Okay, that looks good. Go ahead and move over. We'll add this material that we had to the Spooky Mountains. Okay, and that's pretty much it. Then you can click play and you'll see the scenery we have back here. Yeah, it's not much, but it's a good way to add scenery to your game. If you need some background objects, or try to make little mountains in the water, like kind of like Sea of Thieves style. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching.